Hey, nerd.
Hello, Miss Mouse.
Oh, let's see who all's in the chat. I see Grace and April and Juju, and I see Jeff Kane is here. Craig's Catfish is here. And who else is that? Let me go back through everyone real quick, make sure I say hey to everyone. Hey, and Commander's here. Hey, DK and Annex. All right, so I'm already looking through the comments here, and we are working on that, Grace. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Because I am working on bringing the snails back. We're getting it. It's just it stuff happens. So adventures in substrate happen today.
Yes, did for me too. I
Oh,
think I picked up the last of the substrate to start redoing the big show tank.
oh. Well, I had a bag of fluorite red, and I decided that that would be a great thing to use for this tank until I went to wash the fluorite red
And you ended up with similar to blood.
everywhere.
Yeah,
It has nothing on Georgia red clay, okay?
no, no, yeah. I totally forgot about fluoride, how absolutely dusty it is.
Oh, it was horrible. So what I thought was going to be a quick wash and rinse and put in the tank ended up taking me over an hour to clean up.
And left you with a big old red mess.
Oh yeah, my kitchen is still. Oh, it still looks bad. I'm totally. I have a stream. I have to get on that. I'm kind of like afraid to go in there right now. If the cops came in, they would be like, "Oh my lord, who did she? What did she do in here?" Because
That's where you pick up the kitchen knife and kind of look at him with a glazed over eye and say, "It's just like cleaning fish, just a little more blood."
well, see, here's the thing. Since my colander was kind of okay, I use a colander to wash all my substrate like gravel and aqua
Yeah.
soils and stuff because it won't fall through. Not sand because sand would go through that, but the bigger stuff I use a colander for. And my colander was already full of another substrate, so I was like, I'll just punch a bunch of holes in this bag and just wash the whole bag, right? That's where the problem began.
Oh no. Oh
Because when
no.
the bag filled up with water, it started shooting everywhere. Oh my goodness. Oh man, Brian.
Okay. Well, lesson learned. Next time we don't do that.
Yeah, it was not my finest moment. It was like, well, I'm in a hurry. Let's cut some corners. Oh,
There are some corners that should not be cut.
that was one of them. But that being said, I was able to get some of it clean enough to go in the tank. I'll move the camera over to the new tank momentarily. I was able to get the bottom layer of the fluorite red in and start capping it before I realized what time it was and was like, oh crap, I have to get ready for the stream.
I was kind of the same way. I went out and you know, we'll do this. I had a little time, just got paid, so I decided I'd go out and replace the little catfish in the Julie tank. I was
Those,
planning to pick up 3 or 4, and I ended up coming home with 7 of them.
oh my goodness, look at those guys. And see, we do have snails. We just have one snail,
Yeah,
just one pest snail right here. We will have snails again though, because that's what's going to go in the Formosa tank with the Formosas. The mystery snails
And
are
I will
getting
say,
more
over the
less
past week,
frequent.
the little Julies have gotten a little more active. You see the one down under the rocks on the bottom.
Yeah, he's like getting busy down there. Like, hey, I'm down
Yeah.
here.
And the little catfish are another one poking out. There's little catfish underneath. They'll
I do
come
love
out and
my
about.
rock setup. Oh, look at him wagging his little tail.
Oh, God,
Oh,
yes,
those are adorable.
they are. And there is one big one. Uh, but he has gotten into his hiding spot and he likes his little hiding spot and he doesn't like to come out. But then they've only been in there for an hour and a half.
Yeah, once they acclimate a little bit, they'll be,
Yeah.
all over the place. So,
And also that this tank is getting a bit of an algae issue, so I also picked up a couple of little bristlenose to help work on the algae. And just so happened, they're little albino longfins. There's one right up front.
oh, look at that little guy. He got a little pleco belly
Yeah.
and some chasing going on back there. It's like, hey, get out there and say hi to your audience.
Yeah. People want to see you.
We
Well,
didn't
here,
sign up to it. Here's our
let's
contract.
throw a little food at them.
Oh yeah, yeah. I hadn't even fed the fish yet. I was saving it for the stream.
I
So the
was too.
pleco is showing off. They're like, please feed us. Please give us food.
Now that one looks green. I wonder if that's a different kind.
They're all like, we're not waiting for dinner. We're going after it. No staff was harming in the making of these tanks, I promise. We put them all in the upright position eventually.
And then, oh
Hey,
yeah,
Foxy.
you can't see it. And I'll move the camera here a little bit. But the little sword plant
Whoa.
that was in here. Hey, look at it now.
It's a whole new plant.
It's a whole brand new plant. Yeah,
One of your little
one that I
catfish just
one that I was trying to save and put in there. Well, there's a big one.
I was about to say, whoa, he's big.
Yep, that one actually is almost full size.
He is cute. Oh man, don't let Mr. Mousey see that guy because he'll want one.
Oh, they are fun.
Get a couple of those.
Synodonus petricola. I see Foxy
Um,
popped in.
yep, Foxy is popped in. Said hey.
Eh,
Thank you,
well, I
Foxy.
had
Thanks
my
for
back
joining.
turned to the chat. I'm sorry, chat.
It's okay. They'll forgive us eventually. Moving the camera. See, the fish are getting. Big guy is getting kind of mean here. He is.
Yeah, he's gonna start getting territorial. And oh, look, it's sexy Pleco girlfriend.
Yeah, she's still in there. We still having issues getting her out. She is a force to be reckoned with,
Oh yes,
and I did not realize how hard she was going to be to catch. The boys are real easy to catch. I will tell you
right.
that. I've never had an issue catching Mr. Whiskers or Inspector. or any of them.
Yep,
Well,
they
except
usually find a place to hide, cave or whatnot, and you can just pick up the cave and grab them that way. The
yep,
girls, no, they don't generally spend any time in caves, unless, of course,
no,
they're being pushed in.
and she is like, I'm not going down without a fight, buddy.
No, no,
So
they don't.
Inspector is gonna have fun with her. So that's gonna be cool. So I'm getting just a minute. I'm gonna move the camera over and show you exactly how far I got today with the Formosa's tank. It was supposed to get much further than it was. I did not get my plants planted. I was not happy about that, but it is what it is. At
It,
least the substrate's down. It's the mess is partially clean, not cleaned up at all. So yeah, I'll get
oh,
there. I'll get
Grace, the called a Jenny tank? No, Julie tank, because the main fish in there is a Juliochromis. Everyone abbreviates it to Julie.
However, I do think it should be a Jenny tank.
Yeah,
I think we should rename them all to Jenny,
we should name them all
and we
Jenny.
could and we could get them a phone in there and put 8675309 as your call number. Oh, hang on. Let me stop this cam. I'm not gonna make everyone seasick tonight by moving the camera around.
Oh, why not?
Hopefully,
I plan on doing it.
I also
Uh,
have to make sure that the stand is gonna stand on the little, yeah. There we go. Hopefully,
Mr. Wifey.
yeah. Hey Teresa, there's my Teresa.
That's a very nice start.
It is. It is. It's just a plain purple background this time. I got a thing for purple, um, and white sand. So little brown fish, white sand,
Green
some
plants.
green plants, driftwood. It's gonna look real nice.
Yep. Uh,
But this time tomorrow, that tank will have water in it.
I was going to say
Hopefully,
that water looks very clear.
it is the clearest water I've ever had. I'm so proud of that water. And I am just going to do basic sponge filters, and
Yeah,
that's because that's what I've got them in now. They seem to be thriving like that, so I'm not gonna
they
change.
are. They're on the lines of mosquito fish that are found in a lot of basic puddles. And yeah, they don't need the fancy filtration. And they are why they're referred to as least killies. And they're not even a killifish.
Actually, the Moneyless Maven was having a stream earlier, and I wish I'd had a moment to like tag you in it, because she was actually talking about the least killies, and I was like, it's
Oh,
funny because it's not actually killy, and we got to talking about that, but yeah, it was a good live stream because she was talking all about the killifish,
yeah.
but um definitely want to talk to her some more about the
Oh,
killifish
definitely.
because she's, like I said, it was a really good stream. And with the tank, if Mr. Mousey had had his way with the tank, he was gonna put little green question marks on the tank first and then paint it purple.
You can
I
still
told him
do
that
that.
And I told him, I was like, you know what? If you can't get it done on this one, I have another one you can paint. So I
I would
figured
love that.
Ariel will go into this tank um, amongst. Um, I've got some little pots to go in there. I'm gonna build her like a little grotto and put some put some uh, moss in there, kind of tuck it in, and have Ariel in there in her little grotto. So that's what I'm gonna plan for doing with this one, along with some broader leaf plants for the snails. So hopefully the concept for this tank will come together and I
Yep.
can show it off by Wednesday.
And
That's
and,
my
and we
goal.
were we were we were discussing it earlier today, and I think we've got a good plan.
Yeah, yeah, with what
And
all's
I,
gonna
I
go into
was
the tank.
was I was thinking there is another fish that would probably go very well in there. Pygmy cories.
I was thinking about them, about either them or the autocinkless.
Well, I think the Otocinclus and the Pygmy cories would be a very neat, you know, mini tank, nano tank, because all of those stay small.
Yes, and I don't think they would bother the mystery snails as much as
Nope,
the regular size cories do.
nope. Pygmy cories are cories, but they don't really act like cories. They don't swim across the bottom most of the time. They're usually in the middle of the tank. So they have a little school that goes across the middle of the tank, not across the top, not across the bottom, right through the middle.
Yep, and since the autocinkless like to hide in the places, and then
Yep,
you
the
have the other
Otocinclus
little guys,
would be like your plecos are, and on the bottom, on the side, on the plants.
and then the other little fishies will be, hopefully all over the tank since it won't be such a big.
Oh, Liam made it. Welcome, Liam, Mr. Maestro.
I have had a lot of interest in the pygmy quarries. So between those and autocinkless have been two that I have wanted to keep for a while, and you know I really think this will be nice little setup. Um, going for the Formosas. So I'm excited to get it together.
Oh
And
yes, it and it's addictive. How, how when you get going, oh, I
oh
can add
yeah,
this. Oh, and I can add this. Ooh,
it's like all the things I can do with that. So hopefully I will have that done. My sand also didn't come in until like Thursday, which was okay. And I should have kicked my butt into gear and got working on it sooner. But I had things going on. Life
oh, yeah,
happens.
life gets in the way.
So yeah. And you just got stuff you gotta take care of. So that's what it is. And figured, exactly. Tanks are art. I mean, I have 3 in my living rooms, huge, and this is just one of them.
Even though
So,
in a mobile home I don't recommend racking, but it would work.
oh,
Yes. Oh oh, yeah.
and Mr. Whiskers, I've really got to get their tank moved to and cleaned up so I can show you how big he has gotten. He is like almost 6 inches now. Like I think he's at like full growth, and his little whiskers are everywhere right now. He has become quite the big daddy.
Yeah, yeah, he's got it down.
hmm
He's got it down. He even surprised you with a batch.
Yeah, I didn't even know that they had. They're doing it so quick now. I'm not even noticing them. Popping in the cave and being done. It's like the other day I woke
Const-
up and had babies.
Constant vigilance. Even if you're pretty sure that there aren't eggs in that cave, you got to go in and check
I haven't
because
done that.
I've had a couple of times where um, male has released his fry into the tank, and 3 days later he had more eggs.
Oh my goodness.
It does happen.
And I have been watching Mr. and Mrs. Whiskers a little more closely because I've noticed that she's starting to plump up again.
Yeah.
So it's coming any day now. And we've been
Oh yeah.
having storms almost daily. So I'm really surprised my Corys haven't spawned. But I'm not surprised Mr. and Mrs. Whiskers have gone gangbusters because it rains and they're like, you know,
Yeah, Foxy, we call it the not the cult for the non-fish keepers that maybe they might want to come and join us. Ha-
or the
have
aquatic division.
have a sip of tank water, take the aquarium baptism, earn their superpowers. I will say this is the second time I've had a group of little Synodontis petricola. First time I got them right up to adult age, to the point of breeding, and then had a heater failure, and yeah, electrified the tank and lost everything.
Oh no. Yeah, I was kind of worried about that last week amidst everything else that was going on. One of the cats, which was probably Beryl, pretty sure it was Beryl, knocked one of the lights into one of the 20 gallons. And me not thinking, what do? I just grabbed the light out of the tank. And yes, it did shock me. So I learned a lesson there. Unplug things first, or at least hit the button on the surge protector. Yeah, before you grab things out of the water that are not supposed to be there.
Right.
Yeah,
But
because they
generally,
don't.
generally a little charge like that from a light falling in and you pulling it out right away is not as big of a problem as a faulty heater, which you don't notice for a day or two and just keeps zap, zap, zap charging them. And yeah, that's what really does them in.
Yeah, because I had I think it had only been in there a few hours because I had remembered going to bed. The light was on. It was on top of the tank, and I was only asleep for 3 hours when I came back out and saw that it was actually in the tank. Like just walking through to go to the restroom and happened to see it. So it wasn't in there for very long, but
No.
I can imagine if they sat there for a long period of time like that, it would have done
Yes.
some damage.
Oh, yes.
Like I couldn't, and I know the zap I got from it did not feel good, but everyone seems to be doing fine in there. I've been checking on them daily. So hopefully, they're okay. Plecos are kind of sturdy like that. So
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I think it's that armor that.
Yep.
Yeah, heater's
Yeah,
kind of
and I
scary.
know, we will get your Corys going.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I
Maybe
think.
we need to just forget about them and ignore them for a week or two.
Yeah, I think maybe I'm just bothering them too much at this point. And I was gonna go pick up, probably like three or four this week to add into them. Um, get them, quarantine them out for a couple weeks, and then add them in and see if that helps anything. And
Yeah,
I just don't get it because it's like they get all active and do the water change and everything, and they're still active, and then nothing.
and then nothing. And as I've said, you will always work hard for the first spawn, and after you get the first one, then they know what they're doing, and yeah, it happens when you least expect it. Again.
Man, Foxy's talking about her two-tier mermaid cake. It's like all of a sudden I was like, wait, you said cake, and it's a mermaid cake? Like I lost all focus there. Like you had me at cake, but then you added mermaids.
And I'm so sorry I'm not going to make it.
But if you have one next year, I make this promise now, Foxy. I will come to the one next year. I
Foxy was
see
saying
this.
she's going to have the party every other year, so she can make
Okay.
it down for Cataclysm next year. So, and being on the planning committee for next year's Cataclysm, it's looking like it's going to happen. There was question whether or not, but everything's falling into place, and it, I'm pretty sure it will happen. Date has not yet been set, but we are getting starting to get things in order.
That is awesome. I'm glad it's coming together. I know y'all had some problems last year. I know it was real rough
Oh,
last year.
uh, rough is a stucco bathtub.
Yeah.
What Combo
I
played
was,
for us was worse.
yeah. Yeah. I was trying to, be nice about it. I know it was bad.
Oh,
It was so
I don't miss I don't make light of, you know, don't make light of it, anything like that. It was bad.
yeah. It was yeah, just from everything you had told me, I was like, man, I don't know how that happened, but that just shouldn't have happened.
Of course, we could ask our chat here of Jeff and Foxy and Craig there how they feel about mixing green Aeneas and albino Aeneas for a breeding group.
Mm.
Yeah, Jeff, for for the attendees, it was great, but for us behind the scene trying to get it going and keep it going, uh, I was severely sleep deprived.
Yeah, it was the only time I think I haven't heard from Fish Nerd in days. Like he was gone. Remember, Sean had to tell me that she had to make you sleep. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, he needs to sleep.
yeah, she had to make me stop, sit down, and eat something and sleep. Yeah, that's my feeling. They are both Aeneas, and you just get a mixture of colors. You get some albinos, you get some greens, but also knowing how the Corey world is, everybody hates a hybrid. I don't see it as a hybrid. I just see it as different colors. Teal Aeneas, oh, that would be cool.
I think my chat is acting all weird.
Yep,
What? Hang
same
on.
lineage.
I'm gonna pull that up here.
Pleco Belly for Juju.
My angels are, they're still doing good. I did have one of the babies, the smaller ones, did pass on me. I am down to
Yeah,
six now. Um, I think they found another batch of eggs on the plants. Every time they find snail eggs, they eat them. And they go hard for those snail eggs. They are like, I am going to eat all of them.
yep,
And I kind of think that the one that I did lose was being kind of bullied.
right.
Like I just think
It,
he
it, it,
wasn't
it
able
was
to
a
get the
runt, but
food.
and as I have said before, I sent you more than you needed, knowing that the likelihood of losing one or two or three was there, and enough are going to make it all the way up to adulthood and start pairing off and making babies.
See, I would do an island of misfit toys fish tank myself. That would be great. Man, that little fish was just scurrying by. He was like,
Oh
"Hey,
yeah,
have some of the tank."
oh yeah.
That was pretty funny, Chris. Oh,
Oh, we're at the half hour mark.
we
Is it
are
time
at the
time
house.
for me to switch tanks?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see what's going on over there.
Okay, all right. Jimmy a little bit. Ugh, get out of my comfy seat.
He did. He had places to go, Liam. He was like, I got somewhere to be, and I just got to get on with it. Yeah, I am really excited to get all of my tanks upgraded the way I wanted to get them upgraded. The Formosas have been a long time coming. I've been wanting to upgrade their
And
little
the fun
tank
thing
for the
with the
longest
Formosas,
time.
they were kind of a kind of a
They were
spur of the moment
incredible.
idea.
They were, and I am glad I had them because they are the
It,
coolest little
I came
fish.
across the auction and it's like, hey, what would you think about these? And the next thing I know, they're coming.
Exactly. But I love live bears. I do. They're easy to breed. Um, but these are just so cool because of the way that they're always pregnant. It's like they have babies, and 3 days later they have babies again, and there's always little babies. They're so tiny. It's like they come out as like tiny, full size little fish. It's the strangest thing. Fishmas in July was great, and if y'all don't know about Fishmas in July, Me and Fish Nerd got to tell you about this. So, Foxy's birthday happens to be in July. And as a way for her to celebrate her birthday with everyone, she hosts Fishmas in July. And it's for Fish Fam by Fish Fam. So people donate gifts and she holds a giveaway the whole month of July. And it is the best thing. She puts together songs, she has special little videos. It is just so much fun. And if you haven't been over to check out Foxy's channel, please do because it's great. I'll ask Juju in just a minute if she'll drop me a link, and I will make sure I get that put in the description box because it really was. And yes, I was a Fishmas in July winner, and so was Fish Nerd.
I was too. I was also a
And it,
donator,
and it was
and
just good.
Jeff actually won my donation. I think it came out pretty well.
Yes, it was fun, and it was a good time, and everyone had fun, and you know, I implore you if you like having fun and you like fish, if you like watching fish, if you like learning about fish, and even if you don't, just go over there, check her out. It's great.
If you wish you were a fish.
Yes, if you wish you were a fish, if you are a secret mermaid in disguise, then Foxy's channel is where you need to be.
And if you're crazy like most of us and have made a convention and ever been into a what they call the hospitality suite, yeah, it's exactly what it reminds me of. What if you like even those fish, Grace?
Even if you like fish, then you know what? You are welcome at Foxy's.
I don't
I
think
am also
Foxy would kick you out.
so, but yeah, I'm so ready to get back to showing off all the fishies and the snails and everything like I used to do in the beginning. And y'all, I actually have the sweetest story to tell y'all from this week. So, middle of the week, and the two little kids that I babysit, that I've been watching since they were 6 weeks old and 6 months old, came to spend the day with me on Thursday. And now I keep my brine shrimp colony in the bathroom for right now because I haven't found a spot to put them where I'm not afraid the cats are going to the cats are going to knock them over. So or get into them, and they're salt water, so I don't need the cats drinking them. So I keep them in the bathroom. But all of a sudden, the older of the two comes up to me and she's like, Jackie, because that's what she calls me as Jackie. She's like, where are the sea monkeys, Jackie? Do you still have them? Are they still alive? And she goes, you haven't shown them on your channel in forever. And I was like, oh man. It's like, you've been watching the live stream? She goes, yeah. So
Uh,
now I have to get the sea monkeys out because I got called out by a 7 year
yep,
old.
yep. We have to stream the sea monkeys. Been telling you we need to.
Yes, and I need to get them out here. So that's another thing I'm working on. I figured with where the Formosas are going and the size of the tank that I can put the sea monkeys next to them. And then because she also likes the Formosas. She also likes the snails. So I can show her all of that stuff, and then I won't be in trouble with my, favorite little 7-year old that,
Or Grace
got
and
on me.
Juju and Claire and
And I promise they're not dead. I promise they're not dead. And even if they were, I could just add water and bring them back. But that's besides the point, because that does happen. But no, well, I mean, I still have a 4-pound can of them. I mean, they're not all dead. Oh, but yes. So this week I did. I got called out by a 7-year old. So yeah, I have to get myself in gear and get my stuff together. Oh, Jeff actually just asked you a question about the rock slices. I was actually curious about that too. Did I lose Nerd? Can y'all hear me at all? Oh, okay. Nerd did lose his connection. Okay. Oh no, I'm all alone. What do I do? Okay, I can run this show on my own. But yeah, I had to tell y'all that, um, it's okay. So am I. I didn't even notice he was gone. Hey, Mrs. C, good to see you. Well, since Fish Nerd is having Texas, it is my show. But I'm just a little mouse. Okay, there you are. I see you. Sorry.
yep, not a
All right,
problem.
he's
Not a problem. That was weird. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden,
back.
my laptop screen went blank, and it's like it got real quiet. As I was getting ready to tell Jeff, I used to, but I have a problem with my slabbing saw. I've got to get out and rebuild it. I've been trying to get out and get it rebuilt for what 4 years now. Have all the parts, just they don't put themselves in.
Oh, my old laptop worked for Delta, that's for sure, because it never worked. Oh, I still
Yeah,
have
I
green,
think my laptop's a Union laptop. Only works when it wants to.
but man, you know what? If um if I end up getting you to send me some more angels, this little guy right here with the big black face right there, that's got the big
The one
black
right
spot
there
on
in the
his face,
middle.
right there in the middle, that would be the
Yeah.
guy I want. That little crazy looking dude right there. I don't know. There's
Okay.
something about him. He's just got a really,
Yeah.
really, um, he is kind of just looking into the great beyond, like he doesn't know what's there. But I don't know. He just, his personality is just kind of like right, boom, in your face.
Yeah.
I have noticed him a couple of times. I was like, man, he has got a great big spot over his side of his face. And that one's kind of cool there, the one that doesn't have a spot on his face at all. He's got like one dot
Yep.
on the back of his tail. They have some really cool markings. Man, those quarries are so cool. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I love my little stir by.
yes.
And yeah, once I get the big 55 show tank redone and move the angels out, I'll be able to better work with getting those stir by to breed again.
If you do get them breeding, then yeah, I want some of those too. Eventually, I got to get my own house in order first, but
Right, right.
then we'll talk about stir fry. Man, all of my fish just kind of like took to a corner. They're like, yeah, we're not gonna beat. No, their union contract was up, except for this guy. He was like, heck yeah, I'll come be the star of the show.
Let's see here. Let's move over. Show another new sword that came in today.
Oh, that guy is pretty.
Yeah,
But see, that one's leaves is those. That one is a different one than the one I have.
right.
I think I have one like that in the other 29, but he's kind of hidden in a corner and he's not really growing. And I think I know why, because he needs more root tabs.
More root tabs, a little more light.
Mm, gonna get that together. Gonna get the snails out of there, hopefully in the next couple of days. So yeah, hopefully I will have more tank footage for you to watch, Teresa. I am gonna start just doing some middle of the night tank streams. It'll just be tanks, no commentary, no talking, just tank footage, probably some background music, just real chill streams, a couple of hours long, that kind of stuff. Get Mr. and Mrs. Whiskers back on into the mix of things. Whoa, there we go. She came out and said, she's fast.
Hel-
That's why I can't catch her.
Hello, sexy girlfriend. Yeah, yeah. She's filling up with eggs.
Yeah, she's got to come out of there tomorrow. Like, I mean, I left her alone for a couple of days, so maybe she'll think I've stopped trying. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna take half the water out of this tank. I'm taking all the driftwood. Everything's coming out. She's coming out of this tank tomorrow because she needs to go and be with her boyfriend and get rid of them eggs. But yeah, I have missed doing just the middle of the night streams, so I'm gonna put those back up, and then you can put it on your TV and watch some tank footage, and hopefully we'll have the snails in the Formosa tank again, doing their parasnailing. It'll be great, good time. But we're getting close to that hour mark. I have a
Yep.
great big mess to go clean up.
As do I, but
Oh,
oh, look over there on the far right. You see my big old male super red
oh,
who
yeah, you
loves his
do.
cave.
Yeah, I need to get a cave in the 29 too. I've got to get those
Yeah,
caves put in the mail too. The boys need a cave.
that's
Oh,
right.
and one of those just went into that rock right there. A little stir by just popped right in there.
Yeah, yeah. They love to.
No, yeah, no proof of life on the snails today either. But I
They are
promise
there.
they
They
are
are
there.
doing fine.
And I will show you snails very very soon. And yeah, again, the Formosa tank was supposed to be further along than what it was, but I really did not imagine the clay disaster that I had. Oh,
Yeah, we
there
learned
is
that is something to not do.
yes. Don't just if you need a colander, get a colander. Lesson learned. something. Just
Yeah.
don't ever just poke holes in the bag and let it go.
I mean, it sounds like a good idea. It works in
In
theory.
theory, in theory, it was great until, it filled up with water. And
Yeah,
because I was rushing at that point, of course, I had the water up on high.
of
And then,
course.
it just spewed. And I am going to do a really thick layer of sand on this tank. Like the sand I've got in it, I'm putting another at least inch and a half on there. I'm going to give it a real nice thick sand layer.
Go show this other sword that I stuck over here.
Ooh, that's right. You did say you got three swords.
Yep,
Those are some good looking swords.
they were, and I wasn't ready for them, but I thought and saw how nice they looked. It's like, yeah, I got to break those home now.
Yeah, because you would have gone back and they would have been gone.
Oh, I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would have been, but they had more, but not like these. Not looking like these guys. So yeah.
All right, y'all.
Partner?
I'm going to
No,
go
we're
ahead
not.
and,
We're not partners in crime. We're partners in grime.
you know, if people really knew all the bacteria that's in an aquarium, but that it's good bacteria, they would still freak out. Bacteria isn't bad, it's your friend. All right, y'all. I am going to wrap this up for tonight. I have to call a kiddo and I have to clean up. And I
Okay.
promise Formosa Tank will be finished real soon. And if Fish Nerd wants to come back Saturday, if he's got time, I'll have him back.
We will see how Saturday looks and sounds. Of course, Saturday I should have been up visiting Foxy, but that's not going to happen because yeah, I got to work now.
Yeah. And I have told Fish Nerd if ever he wants a Saturday night off, he's more
Yeah,
than welcome to take one because, he
I was
works a
thinking
lot.
I was thinking of it this week because yeah, there I had a bit to do and it was a rough week and I don't want to take over the mouse's channel, but yeah, no, I'll keep coming back. I'll keep coming back whenever you want me to come back.
Well, I enjoy my Saturday night stream with Fish Nerd, and
Yeah,
we'll keep doing it as long as people keep showing up. That's what I figured we'll do. And as long
as
as we
long as I can stay sober enough to talk and awake. There have
that
been
is true.
some Saturdays that yeah, I don't stay awake.
Hey, you know what? I've been there. It's called Random Tuesday for me. It's
Yeah,
like, what you
I
doing
call
today?
it unplanned naps. Sometimes those
Sometimes you.
unplanned naps that last for 4 or 5 hours.
All right. Well, I hopefully will see y'all sometime this week. Definitely will see you on Saturday.
Yep,
Um,
we
I'm
will be
gonna
back
link
Saturday.
after the stream is over. I'm gonna link some channels in the description box. It'll be Shenanigans, Foxy's Fishes,
Liam,
Fish Nerd, Liam's, um, Claire's for Clairview. She does Friday night, Sunday night, and Tuesday night, and she does true crime and like pop culture kind of stuff. And nothing stream with you too. So I'm gonna leave some channels that I enjoy watching in the description box. If you want to check out some different content other than fish stuff, it'll all be in there. And I hope everyone has a great Saturday and a great week. And I will see y'all later.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
And everybody enjoy your shots of tank water. Yay.
Night, guys.
Good night, everybody. Sleep well.